Morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. To today's briefing, just wanted to touch on the monthly seasonal outlook that was just released yesterday. Here's just a taste of the August outlook where we have we're expecting above normal large fire potential. It's much of the area. We added Utah back in for August because the monsoon hasn't really shown itself at all. And then we took out the central Idaho mountains just due to some of the recent precipitation up there, and the ERCs kind of being on the lower end. So take a look at that. It's posted on our website. Impacts for the next couple of days. We're looking at a similar weather pattern that we've been under recently, which is hot, dry, windy over Utah and Nevada, and some storminess across the north. So for today, we're expecting those strong gusty winds out of the southwest again over south central Utah and eastern portions of Utah with minimum RHs in the 6 to 9% range. And then some storms again developing over the far southern Idaho border and into far northeast Nevada and even northwest Utah today. Tomorrow, the storms will be limited to the central Idaho mountains, and that'll be the same on Monday. Some of these storms on Sunday and Monday may have a little bit of a better chance of precipitation accompanying them. And then on Monday, the winds return to Utah and the upper Snake River Plain. However, the upper Snake River Plain will see some higher relative humidities. Yesterday was a fairly active day for thunderstorms over western and far northern Nevada and southwest Idaho. We did have some fires that popped out of these. Mixed wet and dry type storms, and some of these in the redder shades occurred overnight. We did have some storms over southeast Utah yesterday as well. We had moderate initial attack activity yesterday for 19 new fires for 60 acres. That doesn't include some of these late day fires over northern Nevada, however. And then large fire growth was just under 27,000 acres, most of which was coming off the Monroe Canyon fire. Precipitation for the past 14 days, percent of normals, shows this very dry pattern continuing over Nevada and Utah and even up into Idaho for the last couple of weeks. With no monsoon moisture moving in, the conditions have just been very dry area-wide. And our fire danger remains very high as well, especially over Utah into eastern Nevada and up into southeast Idaho and western Wyoming. We do see some lower values over far western Nevada, where we have seen some recent precipitation, in southwest Idaho as well with some of those storms that moved through there. The next few days show smoke continuing to come off the Monroe Canyon fire and the Dragon Bravo fire to the south. And most of that smoke is going to be heading off to the east as we see kind of the southwesterly, westerly winds and lighter winds tomorrow. We also have some smoke coming off of those fires in eastern Idaho. The satellite imagery for this morning continues to show high pressure ridge located to our south and general troughiness over the northwest, keeping temperatures on the more seasonable side across the area, even just a few degrees maybe below what we would expect this time of year, especially across the north. And then these little short waves moving through will continue to bring some storminess to the northern Great Basin. Okay, so for today, we do have high risk triggers for much of south central and eastern Utah as those winds pick up once again today, and then we'll see some storminess further north. Gusts will be in that 30 to 40 miles an hour range in some of these areas, and minimum relative humidities are still quite low with values in the single digits. Precip expected for today will occur over the southern Nevada border into southern Idaho border into northeast Nevada and far northwest Utah, and then we may see some storms developing in eastern Idaho and western Wyoming as well. Again, maximum temperatures are decent seasonal for the time of year with highs in the low 90s. On Sunday, we'll continue to see dry conditions across much of Utah and Nevada and some drying across southern Idaho as well. The winds do back off just a bit on Sunday. So again, looking at afternoon wind gusts on Sunday, kind of a break day for Utah. Some gusty winds will pick up along the Sierra front, but with recent precipitation and lower ERCs over there, we're not as concerned. And then for the precipitation on Sunday, we'll see that focus move a little bit further northward over the central Idaho mountains with drying across the southern Idaho area. On Monday, another stronger low pressure moves into eastern Oregon and Idaho, increasing winds once again across much of Utah, so high risk back in the forecast for Utah. We will see some windy conditions over central and eastern Idaho as well, but those RHs will be up just a bit up there, so we didn't issue any high risk for that area, as that trough will bring some cooler temperatures. But definitely another windy day across Utah and the Arizona Strip. We'll see some precipitation with this low, mainly over, again, the northern central Idaho mountains. 3-day precip totals just showing that precip coming to Idaho over the next couple of days and western Wyoming. Otherwise dry for much of Nevada and Utah. On Tuesday, the winds remain in the forecast for Utah. It still kind of stays breezy with general troughiness to the north and west, and some drying starting to move back into Idaho. More the same on Wednesday. Continued windy conditions in Utah will probably end up adding more high risk to Utah as we head into the middle of the week, with these continued little short waves moving through, keeping things dry and breezy in Utah. On Thursday, maybe some additional troughiness to the north, keeping things somewhat moderated across Idaho, although we shouldn't see too much precipitation for the second half of next work week. And then Friday, that trough continuing to move off to the east, the high pressure ridge still staying strong to the south, keeping temperatures still in that seasonal range. Precip totals not showing anything in the extended. All this precip for now is coming in the short term. There's some uncertainty in the models with what's going to happen next week as far as drying to the north or maybe bringing a little bit of moisture back into the southern Great Basin. So we'll be keeping an eye on all of that. And the extended forecast for August 9th through the 15th puts most of the Great Basin in above normal temperatures. We could see some hotter temperatures moving up into the Pacific Northwest. And then a below normal bullseye for precipitation across the Great Basin. So still a very dry forecast for now. That concludes today's briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest.